Hi, I'm Alicia,
And I'm Kevin Stoffer from Hooked on Breakfast in Ocean City.
and you're watching South Jersey Business with Joe Molyneux.
Welcome to South Jersey Business with Joe Molyneux. Thank you for joining us as we share information, tips, and techniques that can make our business community and your business more successful. Thank you to Stockton University for the opportunity to produce this show focusing on business in our region. In just a moment, we will talk with Alicia and Kevin Stoffer, owners and operators of Hooked on Breakfast, located in Ocean City, New Jersey. I have known Alicia and Kevin for over a decade, and I have recently watched them create, design, and start their entrepreneurial journey. Since their business opened, I have become a fan of their food offerings as well as their work ethic. Taking years of experience from both of their careers in food and hospitality service, as well as their additional career work experience, has helped them build a solid foundation that will continue to move their business forward. So let's get right down to business with today's featured guest. Alicia, Kevin, I want to welcome you both to South Jersey Business with Joe Molyneux, Zoom style.
Thanks for having us, Joe.
Thank you.
Well, we might as well jump right into it. I understand, because I do know you, I understand that one of your first jobs as young people was working for an iconic breakfast and lunch eatery in Ocean City. Can you talk briefly about that first work experience in a restaurant?
Yeah, sure. We were both, I don't know, maybe teenagers, kids. We both started working with Uncle Bill's Pancake House. We were both at the Margate location, and I was the cook. She was the waitress, and we did that for a few years, jumped back and forth between 21st Street and Ocean City and Margate, and that's basically where we started.
You do know that's the making of the beginning of every Hallmark movie, right? You do know that, right?
Who knew your
Okay.
teenage job would change your life, right?
Just so you know, that's every rom-com that I've ever seen starts that way. I love it, though. And I know you guys have a great relationship, and it's clear in the work that you do. Let's get into the business talk a little bit. How did the opportunity to actually start your own business come about?
Well, Kevin's kind of always talked about having his own place. And for a long time, it was just a fun discussion. Like, wouldn't it be fun someday if we had our own restaurant? And, it was just like an idea that was kind of always in our discussions. And then I guess a few years ago, I realized he was pretty serious about it because he kept talking about it and talking about it. So we just started to pursue it. And I just thought, like, if you really want to do it, let's just do it. Like, why can't we do it? So we started to really figure out what was going to make it work for us. And for us, the solution was, moving. We had to sell our house, and we really wanted to be in Ocean City. We knew that this was the place for us for a business. And, Kevin grew up here. It just felt like coming home for him. And, the summer tourist market is great. There's a lot of great locals that really frequent the downtown area. And we just kind of went for it.
Yeah, agreed. You chose a great place, and I think you found a new home in many ways over in Ocean City. So congratulations on that. I think your menu is really interesting. I've had the opportunity to be to your place, as I mentioned in the opening, a number of times, and I've enjoyed it every time. How do you come up with the ideas for what you serve on the menu? Because it is a very interesting menu.
I think it's pretty much everything that we want to eat. Like, we've been doing breakfast a long time. We love breakfast. And it's basically, we just wanted to create a menu that was cooked and prepared how we like it. So everything on there is basically our favorites. So we wanted to basically make a menu that kind of shares our favorites with everybody else.
How did you come up with the name Hooked on Breakfast? I think that's a great name because I know you have people hooked already, but how did you come up with the name?
Well, that was a long time in the making. We knew we wanted to open this business, but it took us a while to figure out what the name was exactly going to be. And we threw out a couple of ideas and before we settled on Hooked, and the kids weren't really on board. They didn't really like it. It was kind of a more generic name, and nobody really loved it. So we had been on vacation and we were in the Keys, and we were still talking about, starting this business and coming up with a name. And everywhere you drove in the Keys, it was all about fishing. And we knew we were going to be on Ocean City Island. So we wanted to kind of have a play on words with that. And out of nowhere, Kevin just goes, what about something with a hook? Let's get our people hooked in. And he just said, like, hooked on breakfast. And everybody in the car was like, yes, that's it. That's the name. And as soon as he said it, we kind of all knew, like, this was a good one. Everybody loved it. And it just stuck. And we love it.
Well, that's a perfect segue. Now that we have the show viewers hooked on you two and learning more about your business, we're going to take a quick break, but I want you to sit tight because we're going to be right back, okay? Let's check out how you can connect with South Jersey business through social media, and then we'll be right back with more business talk featuring Kevin and Alicia Stauffer of Hooked on Breakfast, located in Ocean City, New Jersey. Welcome back to South Jersey Business with Joe Molyneux. We're here with Alicia and Kevin Stauffer from Hooked on Breakfast, located in Ocean City, New Jersey. Again, I want to thank you two for being part of the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How do you guys define success?
I think a big piece of success is going to be longevity. We really think that that's the true calling of a business that's made it. If they're there year after year after year and have that return customers and loyal customer base that keeps coming back to your business, that's success for us.
You opened Hook earlier this year officially. How much do you pull on your experience, your past experience in the restaurants in the day-to-day operation of operating and owning Hooked?
Everything we do is basically off of past experience. I mean, from scheduling to payroll to managing style to ordering. I mean, everything is based on our past experiences. I mean, I can speak back of house. I'm assuming Alicia's the same way at front of house. I mean, getting everything situated, cleaned, and set up. Everything comes from past experience.
Yeah, and in the front of the house, it's a lot of customer service. And, I had been a waitress for a very long time, so I have that. But also being a teacher, like, you talk to people all the time. And a big piece of this business is how you treat your customers. I mean, the food's essential, but how you treat them is a huge piece of it also. And I just feel that that's, an easy transition for us.
That definitely leads into the next question. As business owners, you set the tone both in the product you provide as well as the service you provide to customers. I know you have a great staff of dedicated people, but what's one thing that you try to instill in them through the training or through when you're trying to hire them, you're looking for something special in that employee? What's one of the things that you find is a key to good customer service?
I think what we kind of went over with all of them in the beginning was, you're selling an experience. You're not just selling breakfast. You can get breakfast anywhere on the island, anywhere in the area, but they're coming in here for an experience. So we're basically selling a positive dining experience for a profit, bottom line. So from the time they walk in the door to the time they leave, it needs to be 100% positive.
It's a great answer. I love that. How important is incorporating family into your business?
Well, I think for us, it is a big deal. Kevin and I, that's how we met. So for us working together, it's very, very natural. That's how we met, and then eventually, married and still work together in that capacity. But bringing our kids on board is a really great thing for us. Our son's learning to cook in the kitchen with Kevin, and our daughter is, working the register out front and in the front of the house with me every day. And even our little one comes down once in a while and is getting a taste of it and helping out. And it's great to see that and be able to do that.
So I guess this is an important question. What's one of the most important business lessons you guys have learned since opening up the business?
Well, I think being flexible and able to adapt to whatever challenges are kind of thrown your way. Opening in a pandemic was not our plan, for sure. And if nothing else, we had to be very adaptable and change our mindset on how we were going to approach a few things. I mean, not having the inside dining was not our plan at all. And we were fortunate that our neighbor allowed us to put tables in front of her property, and we were seating halfway down the block for customers. But I think just realizing that every day might come with a new challenge and figuring out, what do we have to do today to make it work, and then do it. So I think that's probably our biggest lesson so far.
I love what I see when I look at this screen and I'm looking at you. I see smiles when you talk about the business. That's a great sign. I know you guys are doing everything you can to make this business as great as it is, and it is great. What's one of the things that you enjoy most in working with the people that you get to interact with every day?
think it's just having fun. I mean, we try to have fun with everybody. I mean, all of our servers, I think, love working here. They all love working with each other. And I know they hang out after work because of the relationships they build in the building. And I think that's just a great thing where everybody can just come to work and have fun and look forward to coming to work. Yeah.
And I think also, like, we've tried to express that every job's important. So like the dishwasher may not be the most glamorous job that everybody wants to do, but let's face it, without a good dishwasher, you can't run a good restaurant. They're all important. So even the back of the house that might not be face-to-face with the customers, everybody's job is important. And speaking of customers, and we have met like the nicest people that have come to, eat at Hooked and have come back and come back and come back. I've seen more friends this summer than I've probably seen in forever, because so many people have come to try us, which is awesome. And I have other people that I don't know that have come and said, oh, I heard it's good. Or my friend so-and-so said to come. And we're starting to get our regulars that come all the time that we're starting to build relationships with. And our staff is, greeting people by name when they come in. And I just think that's an awesome feeling for us, that like people are kind of really embracing Hooked on Breakfast. And it's awesome for us.
Well, it's an awesome thing to watch as well. You know what's happening. I want you to sit tight, because up next, we're putting the two of you, Kevin and Alicia Stauffer, to the test with the M4 Big Money question. So sit tight and we'll be right back. As you are aware, management, marketing, money, and media are the essential parts of any business. And when you are coming up with and serving breakfast and lunch offerings to hungry year-round residents, in addition to an ever-growing seasonal seaside town, you need to know how to mix up all four M's. So it's time for the M4 Big Money question with today's featured guests, Alicia Stauffer and Kevin Stauffer, owners and operators of Hooked on Breakfast. All right, guys, so you're ready to break them down?
Yep.
All right. Talk to me about your management style.
I think the easiest way to describe our management style is lead by example. I know for when Alicia's out there in the summer running up and down the sidewalk and just doesn't stop the entire day, not even to eat or take a drink or anything. I mean, all the staff sees that and they want to make sure that they're hustling as well. Same thing in the kitchen. I'm back there every day that we're open, and I'm going to make sure that I'm working my tail off every second of the day, all the way till everything's cleaned up and shut down.
That's great. That's a great way to do it. Lead by example. I love it. What traditional forms of marketing do you guys use? Now we'll save media for the last part of it. So what traditional forms of marketing do you guys use?
Well, we thought it was fun to put our logo out there. It's kind of catchy and different. So we have like things you see a lot of businesses do. We had magnets made up that people were like sticking on their car. And especially on the island, a lot of people wanted it for their rental properties to stick on the fridge and take a menu and put that on there. So we thought that was like a great thing for us. Or stickers. And our coffee mugs have been a huge hit. Everybody loves the mugs. I think they're so big. And, we've sold a ton of mugs, more than we probably thought we would. And, baseball hats. And now we just ordered winter hats getting into, a new season. So things like that have worked well for us.
Now, of course, you have products to deal with. You have cash flow. Who wants to tackle the question about money? That would be the third M, money.
The money is it's an important factor, but the passion is really what we went after. I mean, our goal is to make sure that we're providing an affordable, high quality breakfast for everyone that comes in. Whether it's a year-round resident or a tourist, we wanted to have something that's family friendly, family affordable. And that was always our goal, and it was really the passion. We just assume that and are hoping that as long as we're doing the right thing and what we believe in going forward, and believe that we are doing the right thing day in and day out, that everything will work out, and that the money is there and will be there and will continue to be there, and the longevity, going back to the longevity of people coming down, and they make it. Every year we got to hit Hooked on Breakfast now. And that's our goal.
Yeah. Well, you're in a destination location and you are a destination restaurant, and you're also serving the year-round pop, as I mentioned earlier. So that's great. The population, the local people love that as well. Media, it's such a big part of people's worlds today, not just the social media, but even the public relations part of media. So how important has that been to your ongoing and growing success? And who handles that social media there at the business?
I think it's been a huge piece in our success for getting our word out there to people. Kevin's definitely more techie than I am, but he's not really into social media. So Kevin kind of designed our webpage, and I've kind of taken the lead on promoting our business through social media stuff. And I have to give props to my serving staff. Some of those girls know their stuff. And when I need a little guidance on what might be good to do, I know who to ask. My girls know what to do and try to guide me in the right way about making a post versus a story and all that good stuff. So, it's really helps. And I have to say, a lot of our friends have been awesome about when they come and eat here, they make a post and they share it. And I've had so many people say, "Oh, I saw this online and that's why I came in." Or we've had a couple different publications come meet with us and interview us, and we've had some articles written. I got super lucky, and Fox News, we were in the right place at the right time, popped in on us a couple times and did a live segment on the Philadelphia News. And that was awesome and unexpected. And it was just fun. And it was a great way for us to put ourselves out there. So we feel fortunate.
Those are all solid answers to the M4 Big Money questions. So there you have it. Alicia and Kevin Stauffer's well-mixed, well-served management, marketing, money, and media answer to the big money question. We have some more business content coming up, including one more segment with today's featured guest. So stick around for more South Jersey Business with Joe Molyneux. This week's business drill takes inspiration from this week's business guest. Hooked on Breakfast got me thinking about hooking customers. So whether you're going fishing in a sea, the ocean, a river, or even a pond, you need to know how to hook them. So here's this week's business drill. Actions and thoughts on getting customers hooked on your business. Hook them. It's important to understand that a hook is a glimpse or a snapshot into your business and your business offering. Consider it a mental appetizer. So let's get started. Hook them from the start. It's important to hook them early with a great first impression. Hook them with great social media posts. There's so much opportunity and so many platforms to use today. And let's face it, you want to be on Facebook promoting your business. Hook them with video. With platforms like TikTok and the ability for you to not only film, but share your videos, that's critically important in any business today. Hook them quickly. Neuroscientists have been studying the lack of people's attention span for decades now. So you make sure, hook them quickly. Hook them with your customer experience. Nothing works better than demonstrating how you serve your customer to win over and hook more customers. Hook them with teamwork. That same demonstration happens when people are in your business or people talk as a team and let people know you're doing a great job with your team. So make sure that happens. Hook them by meeting a need. When a want meets a need, a sale or an offer takes place and the sale is completed. That's key. So hook them by meeting a need. Hook them by solving a problem. Complaints can actually be hidden opportunities to hook clients. They'll tell that story over and over again, how you met their need and solved their problem. Hook them while they're doing something else. People bike, drive, walk their dogs past your business. They also are doing different things. So the key is hook them while they're doing something else. Hook them with your places and your spaces. That's critical. The design of your business, the flow of your business, all helps you hook your clients. Hook them with a musical hook. Now, you all know me. I love music, and there's nothing better than a great company jingle or utilizing music and music messages into what you're doing, selling, or providing. So those are all key. Let's look at what hooks can do. Hooks can share information. Try to be concise in your hook or your message, but make sure it's clear as well as catchy. Hooks can blend multiple messages. Think about layering. You want to introduce your business or remind people about your business, then add an offer or a promotion in that hook. Hooks can speak differently to different customers and in different ways. It's critical to know who your target market is and whether they're the youngest of individuals, the oldest of individuals, male, female, whatever they may be. Make sure your message speaks to them in their way that they will receive the information. Hooks can surprise customers in a good way. Have you ever driven down the road, heard a song on the radio or heard an advertisement on the radio and be, wow, that was surprisingly good or even surprisingly bad? But hooks can surprise people, hopefully in good ways. Hooks can motivate. I've had people tell me they've heard a jingle or a hook on the radio or talk to somebody and driven immediately to that business to do business with them. It can motivate people. Hooks can be emotional. Now, if they're tugging at your heartstrings or satisfying another form of craving that you have, hooks can connect with us on many different levels. So make sure your hook, if need be, is emotional. Hooks can make a promise, and it's important to note if you make a promise in your hook that you deliver on that promise. Hooks can provide a solution. As we talked about earlier, problem solving is a key part of what you can do in business. So make sure you can provide that solution just like you're keeping your promise. Hooks create lifetime customers. There's nothing more valuable than a lifetime customer to a business that wants to feed a family or serve a business owner or serve a community over the lifetime of those customers' lives. So make sure you create lifetime customers as you deliver on your hook. So I hope you got hooked on some ways that hooks can benefit your business by catching the attention of people you want to do business with. So there you have it, some suggestions, potential actions, and thoughts on getting customers hooked on your business for this week's business drill. And now it's time for the spotlight, where we gain some extra illumination and turn the spotlight on Hooked on Breakfast, located in Ocean City, New Jersey, to learn about exactly what they offer to the community and the business region. Kevin, Alicia, thanks for allowing us to turn the spotlight on your business.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right. So what is it that Hooked on Breakfast offers to the community?
Basically, we wanted to offer an affordable dining experience, something that's super high quality, as homemade as we possibly can, and affordable. It's a family destination, so we wanted to make sure that all families could afford coming here, and we wanted to keep it as homemade as possible. A lot of our breads and French toasts and rolls, everything's homemade, but we had to keep it so that we can get the food out the window and to the customer as quickly as possible.
Yeah, well, you're really hitting those high marks. I mentioned, I'm a fan of the food and it's good stuff. So how do you pull that off? How are you able to do all that? How do you do that?
Well, I think part of it is our work ethic, and living in such close proximity to the business is certainly helpful for us to manage that time piece. But I think it's also, we set it up for speed. So breakfast and lunch is a speed kind of meal. You're not sitting for 3 or 4 courses. So, there's a lot of prep work that goes in to get the day ready so it can be fresh and ready to go. And then when we're here, it doesn't take long to cook it. Even though, things are homemade, it's pretty quick to get breakfast and lunch out the door quickly. So, and families in this area, they want to go on to the next thing. They want to go to the boardwalk. They want to go to the beach. They want to go on their boat. They want to go shop the avenue. They want to do other things. They want to get a great meal and they want to go on about the rest of their day. So it's that speed in a welcoming environment that really helps us.
Yeah, all those things you mentioned, you can do within like walking distance of your location. So that's great. I love it. What a great location. So who makes up your customer base? You mentioned what they like to do, but who do you see coming into the business? What type of people come in?
I think we see a little bit of everything. We certainly see a lot of friends and people that we've known because we've lived in this area our whole lives. So we're seeing a lot of people that we know, but we're seeing a lot of people that are locals and live in the area, whether it be on the island or right offshore, that come all the time to see us. We see a lot of people that are on vacation or have summer homes. We see a lot of seniors that are retired, and that's their routine is they go out to their favorite places to eat. And a lot of people with kids, they like our little Mickey Mouse pancakes and some of those little things that, it's just a pancake, but the kid, when you shape it like Mickey, they're super excited. So we see a little bit of everything.
Well, this might require a little bit more of a reflective answer, but why do you do what you do? The why of it?
I think it's just because we love doing it. I mean, we did it when we were younger. We got away from it for a while, and we kind of just always missed it. And we talked about it for years about getting back to it and doing it. So we finally just pulled the trigger, and we don't regret it, not for a second.
It was kind of like, why not? If we're going to do it, now's the time. If, you wait another 10 years, you might not have the energy or want to do it anymore. So it's just been really fun for us.
I think it was definitely a right place, right time, right location that allowed you guys to do what you need to do. So final question for the spotlight. How much fun are you having doing this every day?
It is fun.
It is. Yeah, a lot. It's just really neat to see this whole process come together. Sometimes I'll say to him, like, can you believe we did this? Like, we took this building and did a major, major, major renovation and gutted it down and put an addition on. And then the pandemic hit and we managed to open. And we have this great staff who really worked so hard for us this summer as an opening season. I feel so fortunate that we were able to do this, and we are loving it. And we haven't had a day off yet in some capacity, one part of the day or another. Each of us have done something for the business, and I love it. And he loves it. And it's fun still. Very, very fun.
Kevin and Alicia, I want to thank you for allowing us to turn the spotlight on your business today.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
That was today's spotlight, providing a clear view of what Hooked on Breakfast is all about. We'll be right back. Well, that's the show. We had a solid business discussion with Alicia and Kevin Stauffer, owners and operators of Hooked on Breakfast located in Ocean City, New Jersey. We also discussed business tips inspired by the restaurant's name for today's business drill. Once again, thank you to Stockton University and everyone that makes this program possible. Let's do it again next week. And until then, let's get growing, South Jersey. Thanks for watching.